Hello everyone. Oh. There's a magnetic allure to older women that draws young men in with undeniable force. It's not just about beauty, though they have that in abundance. It's about confidence, depth, and the mystery that comes with experience. Older women know who they are and what they want. There's a sensuality in that certainty that young men find both alluring and irresistible. When they enter a room, they don't demand attention, they command it, leaving everyone a little breathless. Young men are captivated by their wisdom, by the way they navigate life with grace, charm, and that knowing smile. There's no guesswork with older women. They bring a level of maturity, honesty, and insight that is simply intoxicating. Young men find a sense of liberation here. They don't have to play games. They can be authentic, and in return, they're met with warmth and acceptance. And let's not forget, these women know the art of passion. Their experience shines through in ways words can't capture. They understand the delicate balance of romance and adventure, making every moment with them feel electric. There's an undeniable thrill in knowing that the woman beside you has lived, loved, and still carries an appetite for excitement and connection. It's this energy, this radiance, that draws young men like a moth to a flame, because with older women, every moment feels like it's charged with possibility. There's a rare kind of magic in the air when an older woman enters a room and catches the eye of a younger man. It's not just about age, it's about an allure born from confidence, life experience, and an understanding of herself that radiates through her every glance and gesture. She knows who she is, she knows what she wants, and she knows exactly how to captivate anyone in her presence. The way she moves and speaks carries a subtle intensity, a mix of mystery and openness that pulls a young man in, leaving him intrigued, charmed, and maybe even a little vulnerable. Older women who flirt with younger men know how to play this game with a unique elegance. They don't rely on coyness or pretense. They're direct, witty, and effortlessly sexy. They've long ago left behind the insecurities and uncertainties of youth, replacing them with a steady self-assurance. And in this self-assurance, they create a space where younger men feel safe to be themselves, to be vulnerable, and, most of all, to be captivated by her. Her flirtation isn't flashy, it's subtle. With a lingering smile, a playful laugh, or a look that lasts just a moment too long, she leaves him wanting more. What's most seductive about these women is their sense of adventure, that knowing sparkle in their eyes that says, "I've been here before, and I know just how to make it unforgettable." They understand life's complexities, the highs and lows, and in the face of it all, they've held on to their vibrancy. This sense of adventure is magnetic for young men. They're drawn to her not just because she's beautiful, but because she's lived, and she brings that experience to every flirtatious moment. She offers a promise of passion, of intensity, and of a connection that goes beyond the surface. Older women have a way of making young men feel seen and appreciated. She notices the details: his smile, the way he laughs, his dreams, his ambitions. And with her years of wisdom, she knows how to inspire him, how to lift him up, and how to make him feel like the only man in the world. Her flirtation is filled with meaning, a depth that younger flings often lack. And in her he finds a partner in intrigue, someone who can match his energy while guiding him with her own. With an older woman, flirtation is about more than words or looks. It's an experience, a subtle dance of minds and spirits. She gives him a thrill that's more refined, more cultivated, yet no less electrifying. Every interaction becomes a captivating story, one where the tension lingers, making even the simplest exchanges feel charged with meaning. Her laugh, her knowing smile, the way she brushes her hair back, all become part of this mesmerizing dance, making him feel exhilarated and maybe even a little spellbound. When she chooses to flirt with a young man, he's suddenly part of her world, a world where romance and desire are rich, layered, and profoundly fulfilling. In her flirtation, he discovers not only attraction but admiration, a connection that feels both intimate and boundless. And through her, he learns that age isn't a barrier to passion, but a bridge to deeper, more enriching experiences. That's the magic of a sexy older woman who knows how to flirt. She draws him in not just with her beauty, but with the wisdom, warmth, and thrill of a life well lived, and the promise of a connection that's as unforgettable as it is irresistible. When a young man is in the presence of a confident, mature woman, he feels something shift within him, almost like an awakening. Her gaze is steady, her words are measured, and when she speaks, it's with a purpose. She doesn't waste time on empty compliments or hollow flattery. No, she looks at him in a way that makes him feel seen, really seen, for the man he is and the man he has the potential to be. And this connection, it's intoxicating. Her wisdom wraps around him like an embrace, a quiet assurance that she understands him in ways he didn't even know he needed. It's in the way she laughs with her whole heart, the way she listens with intent, and the way she brings out his truest self without judgment or pretense. When she reaches for his hand, it's not just an invitation, it's a promise that he can trust her, that he can be vulnerable and brave all at once. And that's the magic here. She doesn't need him, but she chooses him, freely, passionately, with all that she is. Her choice is powerful, because it's not bound by games or expectations. In her presence, he learns that love can be deeper, richer, and more profound than he ever imagined. She shows him that passion is as much about depth as it is about intensity. And as he gazes at her, he knows he's found something rare and beautiful, a love that doesn't just ask for his heart, but inspires him to become the very best version of himself. And in the end, he knows that this is a love that will live on in his heart, a love that will shape his soul forever. Let me paint you a picture of confidence and maturity, that unique presence older women carry with such grace and depth. It's not simply about years or experience, it's a calm, magnetic power that comes from knowing oneself. When an older woman steps into her full self, there's a glow about her, a deep-rooted confidence that draws people in. She's not looking for validation from the world, because she's already found it within herself. Her journey through life has shaped her, smoothed away insecurities, and left her with a wisdom and self-assurance that make her presence almost electric. And young men feel this energy on a level they may not even fully understand. What's so captivating here is that this confidence is authentic. Older women aren't pretending or playing games they don't need to. They've been through the fires of life, tested by ups and downs, by love and heartbreak, by achievements and failures. This confidence is not built on pretense, but on the undeniable strength that comes from resilience. She knows what she brings to the table, and she isn't afraid to sit alone if that's what it takes to stay true to herself. Young men see this calm sense of self and are intrigued, even spellbound by it, because there is nothing more attractive than a person who is wholly and unapologetically themselves. This confidence isn't loud or attention-seeking. She doesn't need to be the loudest person in the room or fight to be seen, she just is. And it's in this quiet assuredness that she commands the space around her, not with force but with grace. A young man might be captivated by her subtle elegance, the way she carries herself with pride and respect. And it's not just in her walk or her smile, it's in her choices, her boundaries, her refusal to settle. Young men are drawn to that, to a woman who sets her own standard and inspires others to rise to it. For a young man, being around such a woman is eye-opening. She's strong, but she's soft when she wants to be. She's fierce, but never in a way that tears others down. She's grounded, rooted in who she is, and this grounding gives him a sense of stability and respect that he might not even realize he's craving. In her, he finds not just a romantic interest, but a teacher, a mirror, a reminder of what it means to live authentically and fully. She shows him that real power lies not in control, but in presence, being fully present with oneself and with others. And let's not forget, this confidence brings with it a freedom that's truly rare. She isn't trying to impress, she isn't trying to be anyone but herself. This freedom from expectation, from pressure, from external validation, it's refreshing. It's alluring. Young men find themselves wanting to be near her because she embodies a kind of strength that isn't taught, isn't performed. It's simply who she is. And that, above all else, makes her unforgettable. In the end, it's that assuredness, that grounded power, that leaves a mark on a young man. She might open his eyes to a new way of seeing the world, a way that celebrates inner strength, resilience, and authenticity. And perhaps she'll teach him the most valuable lesson of all, that true confidence, real maturity, is about standing firm in who you are, embracing every part of your journey, and letting that light shine boldly and beautifully. There's something profound, almost poetic, about the way a confident older woman loves. She's not trying to prove herself, she knows who she is, and when she decides to share her heart, it's a conscious, powerful choice. For a young man, being loved by a woman like this is nothing short of transformative. She's walked through the highs and lows of life, faced challenges that have given her strength, and cultivated wisdom that radiates from her every word and action. She doesn't rely on grand gestures to show affection. Instead, her love is woven through the small things: a gentle touch, a kind word, or a look that speaks volumes. She knows that true romance isn't about show, it's about substance. And this quiet, steady love leaves him completely captivated. There's a kind of romance in her maturity that's unlike any other. When she's with him, she's truly with him. She isn't distracted or superficial, she's present, fully engaged, giving him her undivided attention. When she looks into his eyes, it's as though she sees beyond the surface, straight into his soul. For a young man, this is exhilarating, even a bit intimidating. She doesn't just see him as he is, she sees him as he could be, as he wants to be, and she inspires him to reach that potential. With her, he's motivated to be vulnerable, to share his dreams and fears in a way he never has before, because he knows she won't judge or dismiss him. She'll listen, she'll understand, and she'll respond with wisdom that comes only from experience. She teaches him that love isn't about possession, it's about freedom and trust. When she flirts with him, it's not about ego or control, it's about inviting him into a world of intimacy and trust that's more precious than anything superficial. And when they're together, it's not about proving himself or winning her over. He realizes that she's already chosen him, not because she needs him, but because she sees something special in him. This makes their connection feel pure, almost sacred, a bond based on mutual respect and genuine affection. What makes this love even more profound is the way she appreciates him. She doesn't need him to be perfect, to put on a show, or to be anyone but himself. She accepts him fully, and in doing so, she gives him the gift of acceptance. Her presence is a reminder that love can be a source of peace and strength, a place of refuge in a chaotic world. And in this refuge, he feels a kind of calm he's never experienced before, a sense of belonging, a feeling that he's exactly where he's meant to be. Her maturity brings a richness to their romance that is deeply alluring. She knows that love is both passion and patience, both excitement and stability. With her, there's a fire, but it's a steady flame, not one that burns out in an instant. Every touch, every kiss, every look is infused with this intensity, a quiet passion that speaks louder than words ever could. When they laugh together, it's not just about humor, it's a shared joy, an understanding of life's beauty and irony that makes every moment feel meaningful. Even in silence, there's a connection, a deep understanding that doesn't require words. And what's perhaps most remarkable is that she loves without fear. She's faced heartache before, she's known loss, and yet here she is, open and willing to love again. For him, this vulnerability, this openness, is humbling. She teaches him that true courage in love isn't about avoiding heartbreak, it's about loving despite it. And he realizes that in loving her, he's not just finding romance, he's finding strength, resilience, and a whole new understanding of what it means to be truly connected to another person. With her, every day feels like a discovery, an unfolding of new depths of connection. He's learning that real romance isn't found in fleeting thrills, but in a shared journey, a partnership built on trust, admiration, and a mutual desire to lift each other up. In her arms, he feels safe, cherished, and inspired to become his best self, not because she demands it, but because her love makes him want to rise to meet her. As their love grows, he knows he'll carry her influence with him forever. She's taught him that passion and intimacy don't diminish with time, they deepen, becoming more meaningful with every shared memory, every tender moment. In her, he's found not just a lover, but a guide, a friend, and a muse. And he knows that this love, this beautiful connection, will remain a part of him long after their time together. It's the kind of love that leaves a mark, one that transforms the soul and reminds him that real romance is timeless, boundless, and above all, unforgettable.